Mykhailo Mudryk was banned from football nearly 2 years ago, and I thought I'd never see him again. Which is crazy considering Chelsea spent over 60 million to sign one of Europe's biggest talents. So today, I'm taking over the rest of Mykhailo Mudryk's journey to help him fulfill the potential he had and win him a Ballon d'Or. So here we go. Mykhailo Mudryk is returning to Chelsea with new manager Xabi Alonso. And you know what? At 25 years old, a 77 overall is not bad considering he hasn't played football. Well, I'm lying to you. Of course he gets a decrease, a -3 to 74. He hasn't played in 2 years. I'm better than this guy right now. And it's time for his first unexpected decision. Option 1. Does he want to go ahead and stay here at Chelsea and sit on the bench and eventually, hopefully, become a starter? There's a chance he never becomes the world's best because of his age. Or his second option is to go out on loan and really impress Xabi Alonso. However, if he does too good, Chelsea might sell him because all this club cares about is making money. It's the best decision for Mudryk to make. He has decided to go out on loan to his former club, Shakhtar, who have officially been moved to the Turkish league to try and dominate it. As soon as he joined his former club, it's another unexpected decision. Does he want to go ahead and be one of the world's best playmakers, which will mean he will need to win the top playmaker award? Or does he want to be one of the greatest goal-scoring wingers of all time here at Shakhtar and win the Golden Boot? And he has decided to win the Golden Boot, which means his role is now the inside forward. Trying to win the Golden Boot with 69 shooting has to be impossible, but luckily his pace is gonna help him. So of course we're going for that inside forward role. But don't worry, the manager has brought in help, first bringing in Bento, the Brazilian keeper from Nasser, and the second signing is former Premier League player Lucas Paqueta. And finally, his third signing is David Neres from Napoli. At 30 years old, he's going to be a great addition to the attack. So this is the brand new starting 11. Can Mudryk win the Golden Boot in his first year back? But it's time for Mudryk's return and his re-debut with Shakhtar. And here comes Mykhailo Mudryk. First touches on the ball, passes it back. You know, he's been a little bit safe. Sudakov with a great through ball all the way into Mykhailo Mudryk. Here comes the pacey winger. He cuts inside. Mudryk. Oh, it just goes wide. And now it's Lucas Paqueta with a great ball into Mudryk. Oh my days, he's too fast. It goes wide. Oh, he's getting in the right positions right now. Sudakov with a great pass into Mykhailo Mudryk, who's off screen. He's that fast. He cuts inside. It's still Mykhailo Mudryk with a left-footed finish. It goes in. Finally, on his return to world football, he gets a goal. Mudryk on the ball once again, beats his man again. Here comes Mykhailo Mudryk, dribbles past everybody. A second goal. It's like he never left other than his horrific shooting. But what a start, man. And what a return to world football. A brace. He should have scored 5 goals tonight. The question is, with that horrific finishing, can he win the Golden Boot? 25 games in, Shakhtar Donetsk are tied with points with Galatasaray. But the Golden Boot race is also heating up as Mudryk is 1 goal behind Osimhen and Muriqi. Not only will a win help them in this title race, a couple goals will help Mudryk take the lead at least in the Golden Boot race. And now Shakhtar Donetsk on the ball into Mykhailo Mudryk. Let's see how much better he's gotten since we last used them. David Neres cuts inside. Here comes David Neres, lays it up into Mudryk, and it goes wide. Okay, his shooting is still a bit off. And here comes Osimhen with a through ball into Yunus. Another great save from Bento. And here come Galatasaray shot. Oh my days, what a block. Another cross and Leroy Sané Sanchez. Dude, Galatasaray are killing us. And now it's Yunus with a through ball into Victor Osimhen. There it is. The goal they've been waiting for. Osimhen doubles his lead in the Golden Boot race, and Galatasaray lead the league table now. Here comes Mykhailo Mudryk. Come on, this team needs you. Come on, first past opponents like you know how. He cuts inside. It's still Mykhailo Mudryk. Somebody help him out. He gives it to Kaku Elias. It's fouled. That's a panorama. Sudakov on the ball with a great pass into Mykhailo Mudryk. Come on, it's do or die with a great pass into Kaku Elias with a shot, and it goes in. Shakhtar equalized the game. A brilliant pass from Mudryk. 5 minutes left to go. Mudryk on the ball, gives it to Kaku Elias with another through ball. Oh, Mudryk is through on goal. This is what he loves. This is what his pace is for. Can he finish though? Yes, he does. With 3 minutes left to go, Mudryk gets his 17th goal this season and take their spot back at the top of the table. And it's all over. 3 points, but Mudryk is still behind by 1 goal. Will he win the Golden Boot? And no, he was unable to win the Golden Boot. To be fair, he lost it to a world-class striker. And they also just missed out on the league title. Mudryk dragged this team to almost dominating another league. He also lost in the semis of the Turkish Cup. Almost is the key word for Mudryk. What a season, man. 19 goals to his name. Back to a 78 overall, where he should be. The road to the Ballon d'Or is just beginning. In season 2, he returns to Chelsea. Well, of course, he has another another decision to make of staying here at Chelsea, where you'll be on the bench. You'll be playing at least like 32 games a season, or go out on loan once again. However, Mudryk runs the risk of just becoming a loan merchant and never making it at Chelsea. But Mudryk is risking it. He's going out on loan again. He needs minutes if he wants to become the world's best player, especially at 26 years old. The first offer comes in is a return to Shakhtar. Could finish his story. I think he needs something bigger. Now, this is a tempting option. Napoli, we could get that down to 1 year. Oh, Borussia Dortmund are also interested. No players become superstars over there. Mudryk makes his decision to join the Serie A in Napoli for 2 reasons. He looks insane in that blue kit. It looks incredible. But second, his pace is gonna help him destroy the slow Serie A defender. And he instantly meets with the manager. It's time for another decision, which I think is probably the most important in his career. Allegri believes he is wasting his time being on the left side because he's left-footed, especially if he wants to score goals. Allegri says he should be converted to a right winger so he can cut in and score. And with his pace could become the Ukrainian Bell, there is a risk he wastes a season of his career. And he's already getting older. And of course, the second option is to remain on that left wing and maybe doesn't score as many goals, puts his future Ballon d'Or win at risk. And Mudryk has decided to convert to the right and believe in Allegri. And this is actually better because he's competing with a 33-year-old Politano. And his shooting is looking absolutely incredible now, but it still needs to get better, man. So inside forward, we're running it back. The Chelsea raid wasn't done as Allegri's brought in Malo Gusto, and the final signing is Nico Jackson as well. Is Allegri planning for a permanent move for Mudryk? And yo, this team is pretty sweet, man. Mudryk could definitely win some trophies, but more importantly, improve as a footballer around everyone here. And of course, he'll be running that inside forward, but this time on the right-hand side. And here at Napoli, he has reached the Coppa Italia final against AC Milan. And it seems like they have the strike duo of Goncalo and Santi Jimenez, while Rabiot, Pulisic, and even left back Estupinian are cooking. But is it time to win his first trophy since he's been banned? Here come Christian Pulisic. It goes into Fofana. Great save. Here come Milan again. Rabiot gives it to Santiago Jimenez, and it goes in straight away. 2 attacks in 5 minutes. Milan take the lead. Noah Lang on the ball gives it to Malo Gusto, who finds Mykhailo Mudryk playing on that right-hand side. Let's see how he does. He cuts inside. Mykhailo Mudryk finesse. Oh my days, it goes wide. Gorella gives it into Nico Jackson, who finds Mykhailo Mudryk. Oh, he's through on goal. He's too quick. Can he finish on his weak foot? Yes, he does. The game is equalized. Shout out Mudryk. Oh, he's too quick. He cuts inside. Gives it into Scum McSauce. Scum McSauce back. No, he killed the attack. But it passes through. Noah Lang with the shot, and it's a save. Scum McTominay with a great through ball into Nico Jackson. Here come Napoli. Cuts inside. He finds Mudryk, who cuts to his right foot. Weird choice. Cuts back. It's still Mykhailo. Somebody help him. Nico Jackson. Finesse. It's saved. Here come AC Milan again. Fofana. It goes in. 20 minutes to go, and Napoli are down, man. Mykhailo Mudryk on the ball now, looking for this equalizer. Gusto into Milo Mudryk. Come on, Mudryk cuts inside. Somebody help him. He finds Noah Lang. First time finish. It goes to pins. 2-2, baby. Napoli are still alive. Mykhailo Mudryk on the ball, gives it to Nico Jackson. Here come Napoli again. Mudryk has been in his playmaking bag. Great pass into Scott McSauce. Back into Mudryk. They're looking for some space here. It's still Mudryk. You know what? Screw it. Finesse. And it goes again. Past the 80th minute, Mudryk gets a goal. What a remontada. Napoli lift the Coppa Italia. That's his first trophy in like 4 years. But season's not over as they're facing Liverpool in the Europa League final. And they have one of the top goal scorers in this comp for Alexander Isak. And in this competition, McAllister has 6. They have the likes of Ekitike, Szoboszlai, Florian Wirtz, Gakpo. Nobody new from what I'm seeing. And here comes Alexander Isak with Liverpool. I would love for Mudryk to win a European trophy. Cucurella, great block. Hugo Ekitike on the ball, back from injury. Great pass. And now Scott McSauce gives it all the way into Nico Jackson, who finds Mykhailo Mudryk. He's through on goal. He's offside, man. But here comes Liverpool. McAllister with a shot. Pickford. Great save. And here come Napoli counterattack. Nico Jackson on the ball, looking for Noah Lang's run. Can he make a run, please? Jackson, Noah Lang, Scott McSauce, through ball into Mudryk. 1v1. There's somebody who likes to make a run, and it goes into pins. There was no need to put that upper corner. Mudryk takes the lead for Napoli. KDB on the ball, gives it to Malo Gusto with a great through ball into Mykhailo, who finds Nico Jackson. Great save, Alisson. Here comes Dominic Szoboszlai on the ball. Liverpool shot. Pickford again. Cross in. Florian Wirtz. Great to Ekitike. Goes in off the header. It's now 1-1 for the Reds. And now it's Nico Jackson with a great ball into Mykhailo Mudryk. And here come SS Napoli looking for the shot. Gives it into Scott McTominay instead. again. And right before halftime, no, it's offside. That could have been the win. Who finds Mykhailo? He has the options. He gives it out wide into Gusto. Who finds Mykhailo Mudryk? 1v1 again. He already scored once, and he scores a second time. Slowly becoming that amazing player he set out to be. Gusto wins the ball back, and now it's Jackson into KDB, who finds Mudryk again. He's been dangerous on that right-hand side. Allegri was right. Mudryk! Oh my god, what a save! Napoli are looking for the dagger here. Counter-attack. KDB with a brilliant pass. He's still world-class. Mudryk is through. He's looking for his hat-trick. Can he get it? Cuts inside. He scores it too. Lang. Oh my days, Allison. Somebody gonna help him out. KDB. Somebody make a run. Somebody move around. KDB through ball. And it's Mudryk again. Oh my days, he's always there. And they didn't need the dagger as they lift the Europa League trophy. A double for Mudryk. But they also won the Serie A. It's a triple for Mudryk. Unfortunately, he was not in the Golden Boot race. I mean, he was pretty close with 15. And it's his best ever season. 23 goals in a top 5 league. 1 assist. Now at an 81 overall. He's getting close to the age of 30. He needs to speed things up, man. However, before the season ends, it's time for an unexpected decision. Allegri wants to go ahead and keep him here at the club on a permanent. So his first option is join Napoli and become one of the world's best here in Italy. However, winning the Ballon d'Or is infinitely more difficult. Or his second option is return to Chelsea, where we are not sure if he's going to get starting minutes, let alone maybe even get sold. And Mudryk has decided to return to Chelsea, but he made a mistake because Quenda, Neto, Esteval are all ahead of him, which means he has been transfer listed, but Napoli no longer want him for rejecting his offer. Is this gonna prevent him from winning the Ballon d'Or one day? But there is offers. The first one is coming from Liverpool. Will he be starting at this club? The second one is from Chelsea's B team in Brighton. He's a European champion. This is a step down. The second offer comes in from Tottenham. This one is a bit more interesting. So at Liverpool, I don't see any outstanding right wingers. Yes, they do have Chiesa as a right mid. That's it. So this is very interesting. But at Tottenham, they have the likes of Mohamed Kudus. So it seems obvious, go to Liverpool. But the unexpected decision, here it comes. If he joins Liverpool, yes, he will be starting, but he won't be the main guy, and he won't win the Ballon d'Or there. So should he move over there and then move eventually? Or should he go to Tottenham, where he probably will fight for his place, but he could become the main man? As crazy as it sounds, he could win the Ballon d'Or then. And his decision was made to join Anfield at Liverpool. He won't be the main man, but he still has a lot left to improve. Maybe go to a global super club. That is a Liverpool, of course. So this is the Liverpool side he is joining. And because they have two strikers in Isak and Ekitike, who are both world-class, Mudryk is actually going to start and become a playmaker here at Liverpool. I told you he wouldn't be the main guy. Iraola made some signings. First is World Cup winner and Euros winner Unai Simon. And the second signing is Dutch center back Jean-Paul Van Heck. But he isn't the last Dutch signing this guy made. But he has also stolen Mickey van der Ven from Tottenham. Mudryk is very smart for not choosing Tottenham. He wouldn't have had that center back duo anymore. So this is the brand new starting 11. Yes, Sebastian is playing left back for some reason, as this Liverpool side goal is to win the Premier League in the next 2 seasons. Mudryk won't be doing a lot of playmaking with 71 passing. The wide playmaker is the route we're taking this year. But what a great way to start his Liverpool career against Arsenal in the Community Shield final. Here come Arsenal. Gabriel Martinelli in the middle. Ebereche is a shot. Oh my day. Inverse with a great pass. Victor Munoz, Ekitike, Alexander Isak through ball into Mudryk. He still finds himself in these positions. Gives it to Ekitike and it goes in. And Liverpool take a 1-0 lead. Mudryk finally gets a pass through. And now it's Florian Wirtz on the ball. Back into Mykhailo Mudryk. He gets the ball again in the middle. Into Florian Wirtz. He creates his chance. Gives it to Alexander Isak. Isak into Ekitike again. Oh. Mudryk on the corner specifically with the cross in. Van de Ven. Header. It's going to be a penalty. Liverpool have the chance to take a 3-0 lead. Alexander Isak. Top left and it goes in. Mudryk's about to win another trophy. But here comes Ebereche as he finds Gyökeres and it goes in. Arsenal kickstart the remontada. Cuts inside. Mudryk. Ekitike turns. Beautiful. Finish and goes. Second assist for Mudryk. It has to be over. The whistle's blown. Liverpool lift the Community Shield. Hey, maybe they can win the Prem this year instead of next season. If you guys have enjoyed this video so far, make sure to subscribe and let me know down below what you guys want to see next. The Premier League wasn't to be, as Arsenal and City City both finish above Mudryk. And it's clear to see why someone like Gyökeres has 23 goals. Hugo Ekitike wasn't far behind. I am not seeing Mudryk here. I think he struggled with his new role. Yeah, 6 goals and 5 assists isn't his best work. But keep in mind, he's playing with Dominic Szoboszlai, yes, even though he's playing left back, and Florian Wirtz, who are just creative monsters. But he still goes up a +2, not too bad to an 83 overall. To kick off the new season, it's time for his next unexpected decision. The press is asking him some questions. You have really struggled in your role, and we've heard a club like Borussia Dortmund is interested in you. Are you taking that offer? The first option is to stay at Liverpool, continue to work on his game, and I think he gets closer to the Ballon d'Or here at Liverpool. However, if he went to Dortmund, like I've mentioned before, he'd be the main man, maybe improves faster. He might never go to a bigger club again. Nah, Mudryk is not leaving Liverpool, as his passing stats already look better. I think we have to go ahead and run back the wide playmaker role, and I hope he gets more than 5 assists this year. And this helps Mudryk a lot more, and I'll explain to you why in just a second. But Barcola finally joins Liverpool, and that's because when Munoz was playing, he was a wide playmaker, but now with Bradley Barcola in the starting 11, they have changed that role to an inside forward, and Mudryk will be taking turns with the playmaking, meaning he gets way more reps. We are in the last day of the season where Liverpool are 1 point behind Man City, and coincidentally, they are facing on the final day. Yeah, and Erling Haaland is cooking, man. This is not gonna be easy. I mean, he has 42 goals in all comps with Miguel Gutierrez with 17, Dusan, Phil Foden, Elliot Anderson, Marmoush, Cherky, all the talent in the world. But can Mudryk and the rest of the Reds? Mudryk on the throw-in, gives it to Isak, who finds Mykhailo. Mudryk again on his left foot. He's looking for that cross. Can he find Barcola? No. And here comes City. Phil Foden looking for the shots here. Gives it to Guardiola. Haaland. Great save, Simon. And here comes City. Phil Foden on the ball. He's looking to cross it in. He gives it to Josko Guardiola, who finds Anderson. And Elliot Anderson takes the lead. Remember, Liverpool need a win, nothing else. Gravenberch gives it to Mudryk, who finds Florian Wirtz. And here comes Liverpool. Alexander Isak lays it up into Mykhailo. Mudryk trying to get there, and he does. And it goes in. I thought it was going out of bounds. What a... Yo, his pace is insane. Let's look at this replay, man. Isak sends a through ball. First, I don't think he's gonna get there. Then he gets there, and it looked like it was going out of bounds, but he gets it in. Elliot Anderson gives it to Phil Foden. Jeremy Frimpong trying to win the ball back. Savinho through ball into... Oh, great save, Simon. Man City are piling up the pressure. Elliot Anderson out wide. Foden shots. No way. Oh, my days. Mykhailo Mudryk. This is who you want on the ball in the last minutes of the game. He gets it all the way into Bradley Barcola. He's through on goal. He cuts back. No, he loses it. Szoboszlai, get the ball forward. Alexander Isak, the pass is too slow. Please don't blow the whistle. Mudryk is 1v1 in the final minutes of the game. Shoots it. It cannot be any more dramatic. Barcola screws it up. Mudryk gets the ball back and scores. They're gonna be Prem champs. The whistle blows. They lift the Premier League title. Why is Mudryk not an inside forward? He scored a double in the most important game of the season. They also went on to win the FA Cup, but not the Carabao. And Mudryk was one of the top assisters, only behind Wirtz and Odegaard. And he goes ahead and finishes with 10 goals and 16 assists, even went up a +4 to an 87, which is Ballon d'Or range. This team is incredible. He can stay here and win Champions League after Champions League starting next year. He will never win the Ballon d'Or here. Of course, nowhere near Erling Braut Haaland, who probably won the UCL this year. And to kick off the new season, it's another unexpected decision, and the press ask him, there is another super club interested in you where they have promised you to be the main man, where if anybody's gonna win the Ballon d'Or in that team, it's you, but it's not as good as Liverpool. Or stay at Liverpool and completely give up the dream of winning the Ballon d'Or, of becoming a Liverpool legend. Now, Mudryk's original goal was to win the Ballon d'Or, but saving his career could also end with a Champions League. But Mudryk is a go-getter. He has decided to join Bayern Munich, where apparently he is going to be new main guy. And so Mudryk will be starting on that right-hand side, and he is running that inside forward role, sharing with Saibari, as Carl is going to be a wide playmaker, help Musiala create chances. And this team is very good and very young, but I don't think they're ready to win the Champions League this season. I think they'll go for it next year, unless an upset happens, of course. What matters this season is improving that shooting so he can have the best season of his career. Remember, he's now 29. He's in the prime of his career. Hopefully his pace doesn't start to go soon. And at least they were able to win the Bundesliga. They also win the Super Cup and the DFB Pokal, a domestic treble for Mudryk. And I told you he'd be the main man as he won the Bundesliga Golden Boots. But Alexis Saibari and Carl were also close. But 26 goals, the second top goal scorer in his club as a winger. For assist, went up to a 90 overall. That's insane. At the end of the season, this is what the team is looking like, so much better. I think they could definitely compete for the UCL next year, as Erling Haaland has won another Ballon d'Or. So in the next season, the manager will not make any signings. Mudryk is 30. And the good thing is, I see arrows up. He is not going to go down. I think his pace dipped down a little bit though. I think we have to go for the inside forward again, and hopefully he can push. And in the Champions League, they have finished in second behind his old club. Round of 16, they beat Porto, but are 3-2 down Barcelona. And neither club have a top goal scorer in the top 5, but Saibari does have 6. Barca's top goal scorer is Nasir Hamad, and Mykhailo Mudryk as far out as Brentford are in the Champions League. And he's actually leading the club with Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, and even Rafinha still at the club, but no superstars, nobody absolutely new. But here come Barca again. Upamecano wins the header, lovely. Trent gives it into Musiala, who finds Mykhailo Mudryk, and here he goes running down the middle, gives it into Pavlovic, great turn, into Saibari. Saibari finds Mykhailo Mudryk again, and here comes Mudryk through ball, into Jamal Musiala, it goes in top corner. Bayern equalize a tie, let's go. Here comes Bayern Munich on the attack again. Lennart Karl gives it to Musiala, back into Karl back into Musiala, back into Lennart Karl, and this time he's through though. 1v1, he squares it all the way to Mudryk. No, he meant to pass it to Saibari. Second half now, Musiala gives it into Tom Biscuits. Biscuits gives it to Mudryk. Mudryk into Saibari. Musiala all the way back to Mudryk. Beautiful football from Bayern, looking to take the lead finally, and this time, no, come on Garcia. Lennart Karl gives the ball into Tom Biscuits. Tom Biscuits with a through ball into Mykhailo Mudryk, squares it to Saibari. No, stop scoring the ball, just shoot, man. Musiala on the ball with a through ball into Mykhailo Mudryk. Come on, this has to be the one that gives him the lead. Mykhailo Mudryk takes it on his own, finesse, finally. No scoring nonsense no more. Mudryk makes it 4-3. But the game's not done. Bayern want to secure this victory. Mudryk into Saibari, and here come Bayern Munich, back into Mykhailo Mudryk. Can he finish off this tie? And it goes in. A brace and an assist. That's how you change the game. And it's over. Bayern on to the semifinals, all because of this man. And in the semifinals, they beat Brentford, as again he runs into Man City in the UCL final. However, he does win back-to-back Bundesligas, another Super Cup, and another DFB Pokal. While the top goal scorer is still Esposito, but Karl and Mudryk are getting close, and Saibari as well. While City's top goal scorer is Erling Haaland. He's won back-to-back Ballon d'Or, and it's the same team as last time he faced him for the Premier League final day. And Mudryk gets 29 goals this season. It isn't like 30 or 40, but because Karl and Saibari are all sharing the goal, and no injuries, is absolutely perfect. A full-strength team for the UCL final. But it's time. If Mudryk wins this game, he'll probably be the favorite for the Ballon d'Or. But Haaland is searching for 3 in a row. Game kicks off. Jamal Musiala on the ball, gives it to Mykhailo Mudryk. He's looking for some space here. He gets rid of 2 opponents with a brilliant through ball into Saibari. Low driven, and it goes in. 5 minutes in. Bayern break apart City. Biscuits on the ball, gives it into Saibari. Mudryk is offside, so he gives it to Musiala instead, who finds Mykhailo Mudryk. And here comes the Ukrainian winger. What a player he has become. Mykhailo Mudryk into Saibari. Great touch. Through ball into Pavlovic. City have not showed up today. Bayern are 2-0 up within 15 minutes. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 10 minutes left to go. Bayern are looking for the dagger. They cannot make sure they stay in this 2-0 lead. Musiala with a great ball into Mykhailo Mudryk. Here he goes, looking to finish off the tie. Through ball. What a pass into Saibari. It's over. It's over. Mudryk doesn't even need a score. This Bayern team is incredible. And Bayern lift the Champions League. I believe that's a treble as well. But did he beat Haaland to the Ballon d'Or? And there it is. Mudryk is a Ballon d'Or winner. We've saved his career. And if you guys enjoyed this video, click on this video right here. You're gonna love it.